Hello,
Hi.
this is
This
Netflix.
Is episode 1 of Netflix movie reviews.
Tana, and we brought a special guest. Come here, girl. We brought Dow. So if you hear any cat sounds or anything, just know that it's this baby.
I decided to do these videos with Tina because there was no good YouTube channel that had Netflix movie reviews. You might get like a collection, you know, what horror movies to watch this October or whatever, but there was no movie-by-movie analysis. And Tina here will sit there and scroll through movies for about 2 hours before
It's true.
one.
Hey, I mean, how many of you guys are in this situation? Go on Netflix, spend more time scrolling through movies, trying to figure out what you want, than you actually watch the movies. So we thought it would be a good idea to watch whatever we're interested in at the time, and we want to make sure you guys know what to watch and what not to watch.
Anyways, episode 1, Adulterers.
Yeah.
This is a movie called Adulterers on Netflix.
Originally, I never even heard of this movie. I just saw this on Netflix. I don't know if it was it was so bad that they just immediately put it on Netflix. Because I've never seen any trailers for it, and I'm pretty sure you guys haven't.
I haven't seen any of the actors in it except the black dude, and I can't even remember what I saw him in. Both Tina and I wrote down for positive remarks
Let's
about
just
this
go.
movie.
Let's just go jump into the actual story.
The actual story was some guy with a very bad New Orleans accent goes home early for work.
And I'm actually trying to look up this guy's name. The guy that
Nobody needs him.
Yeah, they do.
He goes home early for work, finds his wife's purse on the table. The AC is broken in the house. Somehow this became a plot point. It was totally unnecessary. It didn't even need to happen. AC's broken in the house. They're deep in the South. It's unbelievably hot. He goes home. He hears his wife banging upstairs. He goes upstairs, and he sees his wife getting plowed doggy style by some big black guy. And keep in mind, this black guy is wearing not just socks, but thick winter socks that go up to his calf.
Okay, well, I think that this doesn't matter.
It does. It shows how stupid the movie is.
Okay.
Because later in the film, there's a fantasy or some sort of time loop where the guy is dead, and all you see sticking out are these big red winter socks. But he's the only big black guy in the whole movie, so you would know immediately who it was.
Yeah.
They just put these socks on him.
Yeah, it kind of seemed ridiculous.
To show, that's who that body belongs to.
Okay.
But they could have put a tattoo on him. They could have put like an ankle bracelet or something on this guy. But instead they chose thick winter socks. It was just so stupid.
Yeah, so when we actually wrote down the pros and the cons of what we liked and what we didn't like.
The only pro was low-grade smut.
Now, the guy with the bad accent that goes under overacting, I think that the cast was really overacted, like the main guy with the bad accent. That's like crying throughout the movie, getting really emotional. It just didn't seem like very realistic to me. And then another big thing is, watching the movie, I didn't know what was going on half the time. Because in the beginning, when he goes up, when he hears his chick banging some other guy, like, he grabs his gun and then he just shoots him. By the way, that this review will contain spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers,
tons of spoilers.
Don't watch this. Click out. I'm just we're warning you now. Don't complain in the comments.
You came here for spoilers.
Okay. Anyway, he grabs his gun and then he shoots him, but then he
wakes up.
He wakes up and
he's sitting downstairs on a bench or a chair or a couch or something.
And then he hears the moaning.
And then he really goes upstairs.
He grabs his gun again, and then he just holds him hostage, or he just humiliates him,
and then he makes his fiance suck the dude's dick.
I don't think that this matters.
It does, because it's a stupid movie. This is the important part of the movie. And then
keep pointing out minuscule things that don't matter in the movie, and you get off track of what my points are.
This all lines up to my point.
This is exactly why
that I I didn't write it down. Characters act unrealistic. One thing, dude is banging your wife. You're not going to hand your Jack Daniels bottle to him, make him take a drink, and then drink right after him. That's disgusting.
Exactly. And then, like, in the middle of the film, the main guy ends up calling the guy that was cheating with his fiance.
What?
Remember when he
I know,
calls
but you phrased it all fucked up.
Okay. Well, the main guy,
the dude
he
that's
grabs
plugging
the guy.
his wife,
Yeah, he grabs that guy. So he
dude's
calls that guy's wife. She's pregnant, and she comes over here and has sex with the main guy. I guess to get revenge or make.
And the way she does it, she says, "Yes, I'm ready for sex."
Yes, and it was just really corny, and it was just like, it wasn't even believable. I mean, like, no people will act.
And then when he's banging her from behind, he crosses the guns and points at the.
This is what I'm talking about.
That was the best part of the movie.
That was not the best part.
That was the best part of the movie.
And we also wrote down that plot isn't believable. The plot is not believable. Like, towards the end of the film, you find out that the main guy's girlfriend got molested by his boss. Like, a long, long time ago. Remember that when she was telling us story?
Yeah. She had gotten molested by the guy who was the poor country boy accent. Was molested by his boss. Of course, you'd think that this might have come up in conversation. Oh, my boss, Mr. Ridley.
Yeah.
And then she might say, oh, well, I know Mr. Ridley. He molested me when I was younger. Or they might have met at a work function. Or she might have met him at work. Or anything like that. Especially since it seemed like he had been working there for some time. It's not like it was just he was there for a week.
It's just not believable. It's like...
The explanation for all that is that these are just a whole bunch of parts of one story that he had put together in his head because that whole part of the movie was a second fantasy. And he's really sitting on the couch downstairs once again.
I mean, you don't know anything. The viewer is confused. I was confused the whole time. I don't know what was reality. I don't know what was fantasy. I didn't know.
There was a lot of religious symbolism thrown in.
Like the cross in the end, in the very end scene.
And it was maybe supposed to make you think that this was purgatory. Oh, this is purgatory for these adulterers. Because you found out that the black dude, porking the wife, was an adulterer. The country boy was an adulterer. The big-headed Scandinavian, total Scandi chick was an adulterer. The only person that wasn't an adulterer was the Asian wife, and she came in with, a white...
all white dress.
Like an angel or something, and then she got to leave. And so the only people that had to stay in the house were, of course, the adulterers, and they had this purgatory angle, but it was poorly set up. It was shoehorned in at the last minute. It was bad.
You were left feeling like, what the fuck did I just watch? What is the underlying message? There was no message. Well, to me at least, and I don't think there were any redeeming factors. I mean, besides seeing some tits throughout the film, but anybody could watch porno and see that. I mean, there was nothing really special about the movie.
Some people need plots to bust a nut.
That's true, but, you're fucking confused throughout the whole plot.
Keep flipping through this, man. Oh, here. What's the final point?
And the final point...
Dude never takes his socks off. That was my final point. In a hot house in the summer with no AC, you just were banging for like 30 minutes and held at gunpoint. You never think that, man, these socks are hot.
Yeah, and overall rating, out of 5 stars, I give this a 1 because this movie was total shit in my opinion. It was really overdrawn, overacting. I just didn't like it. It wasn't a pleasant film for me to watch. How about yourself? How would you rate it out of 5 stars?
I wouldn't have even been able to jack it to this movie. It's that bad. It even fails in the aspect of being a stupid smut movie.
Yeah, it was just corny, I
give it 1 nut out of 5.
Alright, well, that was our movie review on Adulterers, and make sure to like, dislike, comment what we could have done better.
Dislike it. Don't subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't comment.
And we will be making more reviews like this in the future, so stay tuned. Ding.